up, you guys?
What up, y'all?
Welcome to Catchin Up. Oh.
Hey.
Sing that thing, man.
It's a motherfucking sad day today, y'all. It's been a sad week. I know y'all feel it in the air.
That's
What's up,
so
y'all?
fucked
What
up.
up, y'all? Need that time to just hold on to him. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah, I need that, man. I've been a fan since 2009. You know? Man.
It's been a minute. I've been fucking with Nipsey since probably like the same time. Early days though, like when he was with DJ Mustard, all the him and YG songs. Yeah.
Me too, about that long shit. My first time seeing that really was on that XXL cover. I think he was on that XXL
2010 with
Wale,
Big Sean and
Big Sean,
Wiz Khalifa.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Who else?
Because I was
that.
dating
Kendrick
someone.
Was on there.
Oh, yeah.
That's how I know it was like
OJ
2010.
the Juice Man, he was on it. OJ, we had
That was
a
a good
lot. For
lineup.
Sean, y'all know about For Sean? For Sean was pretty dope.
Side the Prince was on there. I think.
Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he
That
was.
was a good XXL.
That was.
2010 was a good year. Shout out
Oh,
to
yeah.
2010.
Definitely.
2009, whichever one it was. Both of them was probably hot. Though.
Real dope.
Real mixtape rap niggas. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that care about that mixtape content.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
you know what? Now that I think about it, these are the niggas that are most successful nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas
Really?
That's
From
really our
2010.
generation. Like
Yeah.
Nipsey is an artist out of our generation.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
talking about like the whole Pac thing, like that. You know, he was 33.
Mm-hmm.
We're in our mid 20s, late 20s, early. Shout out to the early 30s. You feel me? But we're all millennials. Like he really was our people. You know, R.I.P. Like that is so fucked
It's
up. I'm really
sad.
at a loss of words.
Yeah,
like I really don't even.
Because honestly, when I first seen it, like I didn't believe it. I'm like, Nipsey Hussle shot, he gonna make it good. Like he gonna be alright. And I'm like, dead at 33? Dead at 33? Like it didn't sit right with me. You know what I'm saying? Like so seeing that it's real. Like man, like I'm not gonna lie, I was emotional. Like
too soon.
yeah, way too soon.
Too
like
soon
he
is
was
the only
he was
word
putting
I
a lot
have
of
for
good
it.
stuff out. You know, a lot of people saying it's like a conspiracy theory about the whole Dr. Sebi and people wanted him dead. Like, you know, what do y'all think about that?
I'm gonna let Angela bust on it first, cause man.
I have to burp, so go ahead. Hold on.
Go ahead, get your.
All right, cool. His death, like it being a conspiracy. What do I think about that? Do I think the government was out here trying to murk him? No, I don't necessarily believe that. I do believe that history repeats itself. I believe, you know, karma and things that you manifest, but I also believe like, you know, you got to see the signs of things. Like certain shit happens after so many different times. And I believe Nipsey was one of those type of people who believed in that too. So, you know, I didn't really know anything too much about like the documentary he was going to make and Dr. CB and his practices and so forth like that. And then it came out, you know, Left Eye was kind of on the same thing,
On
but
the
he
same,
was a
yeah.
Eritrean. So I think what he was doing and the things that he was involved in was even deeper than that, because he's been talking about going to Africa and, you know, entrepreneurship and keeping shit in the community and helping your people. But he talked about like how he was different, the way that he thought and shit like that. But, you know, Nipsey was a real ass nigga. Like he was a king. He inspired to do better. And once he realized that, he did young dumb shit. Like when the nigga met Jay-Z, he introduced himself like, I'm from Rolling 60s. Jay-Z said, I know. That was the way he used to introduce himself. And then when he got older and when he started to see better and bigger things, he was smart, you know. It's so fucked up. And it's even more fucked up. Like I think about Lauren and her kids. And then I go back to his music, like 2013. I think it's the marathon, like his songs and shit. Like he be talking about his bitch and talking about how he don't necessarily do girlfriends, but he talking about like a shorty he talking to. Like that's what's up. Like
Yeah, that was dope. Yeah, that was.
Actually, it's Crenshaw, actually.
Yeah, that was Crenshaw.
it is.
He's
Yeah.
talking about how, hey, I don't listen to the song Summertime in the Cutlass. He talking about fucking with Lauren and what's the other chick? Something. Listen to that song, but he like.
You know, I was
back
just
in the
bumping
day
that
when I
album
was fucking
too.
Lauren and something.
But and then I was listening to like I think it was an interview with the Breakfast Club.
Wait. He was like, "But somebody snitched on me, but it's all good because I'm still a player,
Yeah.
nigga." Like, you motherfucking Nip got this shit all over the track.
He's a real nigga. She a bad bitch. Like,
Yeah, like one of my favorites is definitely Crenshaw. Like that was a good one. You know,
that was a good album.
Yeah.
But back to your question, do I think it was a conspiracy? That's why I don't necessarily believe in that. The government, that whole thing.
What you think about it,
I'm
Lou?
just over here writing some notes because I got a whole motherfucking thought in my head. And
About that, yeah.
it's only because it don't make sense. It's all weird to me. Me personally, I read the LA Times, a little editorial piece that the girl wrote talking to Black Sam, Nipsey's older brother.
Right.
Oh,
I'm gonna pull it up for you. Don't even trip.
Okay.
We gonna give you your right.
But so going back to okay.
Yeah,
I'm like I just
go ahead.
okay.
Bring that up.
Since you writing your notes and everything, because once you go into your whole spill, it's a
Oh.
wrap.
Yeah. Go ahead though. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm right in the middle, but I'm gonna find.
Go ahead, Ange. Yeah.
Okay, so I want to go back to that day. What happened? It was Sunday.
Sunday, yeah,
Yeah,
March 31st.
Yeah, so I'm at the house and my sisters is saying like they're watching the video and shit, and I'm at the house playing the PS4, like didn't even want to see it because the way that I deal with death and like just trauma and different things, like I'm not really trying to see the video. And then they came out and talked about like 1 dead, 2 injured. I'm like, that's fucked up. I'm like, and people saying like he gonna do it, he gonna come back. I'm like, even if it was him, they ain't gonna release that off bat. Like that's so fucked up. Like people recording that shit, and it's even more crazy because the other reason why I don't conspiracy like that nigga. Because there was 2 stories that came out. There was one story of like what happened with the dude. Then I guess there was another story that came out. And this is just things that I heard from people because I haven't necessarily like even read up on it because I'm caught up in like my life and shit. You feel me? But still, rest in peace. But he happened. I know someone whose family was out there and was visiting Nipsey moments before that incident had taken place. So
The picture that was taken?
Yes.
Yeah.
So and
with the little girl, right?
Yeah.
Right before it was the shooting.
Before the shooting, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a little boy.
Oh, it's a boy? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Couldn't tell.
I'm pretty sure that's his son.
No, I thought it was a picture with a little girl.
No, that's his son. Oh,
They don't post pictures of his son.
No, not with Nipsey's son. I'm talking
Your
about
friend.
the child. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's his son. I'm pretty sure that's his son. He could be a pretty ass little girl, but I'm pretty sure that's his son. But the picture that was taken, I know their family. That was his son. So for that to personally see something and then a tragedy happen. Conspiracy, no. Like the way shit happens in the world and like the way lives cross, like it's just so fucked up. It's so fucked up. So fucked up. So that's, I mean, whether it's the first situation, like, I don't know if you guys heard about it. I guess allegedly, like, it was a nigga he was doing business with and he ended up, like, checking the nigga on some shit and, like.
Because they hearing some different things. Somebody saying he was a snitch or
yeah,
whatever.
something like that. So the first thing was the nigga got so embarrassed, he decided that he was going to come back and shoot him and kill him. The nigga was jealous. Oh, the nigga's feelings got hurt. His pride got hurt. But nigga, you fucked up your money. So that was one thing. And then the second, what came out was he came up on like some fanboy shit. And then the Illuminati allegedly hired him. That whole bullshit. I don't fucking know. All that bullshit. Nigga, okay.
I think like a lot of people perceive it to be like because
and it could be Illuminati. Could have hired his dumb ass. Maybe,
been,
and that's
like,
stuff fucked up, nigga.
Because like from what people are saying is they were been saying that he's gonna create this documentary about this doctor that has the cure for AIDS and all that other stuff, and people were already
But
saying
they actually
like,
just released That's they found a cure for AIDS. That was recently released.
Oh yeah,
or HIV. Maybe it's
well,
HIV.
I was just saying, like, people thought that was a conspiracy.
Chevy took it and are now finna profit off of it. But
Keep going, I'm listening.
Oh no,
Maybe
all I
that's
was saying was people were saying like, yo, protect Nipsey and all these things because he's gonna release this documentary. They're gonna want him dead, and then ironically it happened. So that's the thought process of a lot of people that are paying attention to things, being analytical about things we not.
And his tweet prior to.
Yeah, having strong enemies is a blessing.
now I'm gonna go.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got my info pulled up. Okay, LA Times by Angel Jennings. Shout out to Angel Jennings and LA Times for getting this story, first of all. So she got the direct story from Nipsey's brother, Black Sam. They call him Black Sam. Black Sam was at his grandma's house.
Yeah.
If y'all listen to Nipsey Tough, y'all know his grandma stay on 59th and 5th Ave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Niggas know that. But anywho, so he right there, he goes after the shooting, literally a couple minutes after it happens, he jumped into his car, tried to go revive Nip. Man.
See that's sad for your own brother to see.
But he sees all the bullet holes. There's no reason for him to still be breathing, Sam thought. But Nip was air rushed in and out of his nose, strong and loud. He's meant to be alive. Blah, blah, blah. Excuse the blahs, but let me get to the point. Nip is sporadic. That's why he was out there like that. Okay, here it goes. So he's on the phone with 911. They do the air compressions. Paramedics get there, put the tube down Nipsey's throat, put an IV in his arm. Somebody starts screaming because they noticed Nipsey got shot in the back of his head. And it was the first time Sam seen it too. He started praying. He said, this is what he thinks happened. Or this is direct from people that was right there coming up to him, talking to him from the scene. He said the man was able to shoot his brother, start running, realize nobody out here had a gun, stop, turn around, walk back up, shoot him 2 more times, start to run, still realize no one had a gun and that no one was responding, ran back up and shot my brother 3 more times, shot him in the head, kicked him in the head, and then ran off. He said, if I would have just been there, it was something I could have done. He said, Sam is trying to come to terms with what happened, but it's hard to know who to trust. His brother's death feels like an execution. He wonders if the attack was a hit job or if Holder was simply jealous. He says it doesn't make sense that somebody from the area that just snuck up, just talked to him and shook his hand minutes before. He said it's mind-boggling.
Caught that nigga slipping.
That's crazy to hear, man. I mean,
that's fucked up.
Just seeing the video.
I'm basing this off what that is. That sound like, I don't know who wanted Nip hit, but somebody wanted Nip hit.
Yeah.
It sound like to me. And there's all kind of other shit floating around. Then the nigga got the lawyer. I'm
the
like,
same lawyer that was against OJ.
Who is this nigga?
Chris Darden, right?
He says in this LA Times article, no, the dude that shot him, they say that the cat used to rap and had a real active following on Instagram up until 2015. And then there's no record of him.
See, that's pretty crazy. It's like crazy. Like
no record of him on the internet, posting nothing, doing nothing since 2015.
Okay, and then nigga reappear out of nowhere?
Out of nowhere.
He reappears to come and shoot Nip.
Was he a Rolling 60s too, or was he a
I
nigga
believe
from the
so,
block?
yeah.
Supposedly he's a Rolling 62.
Overhill.
Crazy?
So he a sellout? He just a hating ass nigga.
Either or, but you know what? Niggas was talking about this shit though. Like, hell yeah, we can compare that shit to what the fuck happened to Fred Hampton and the Black Panthers in Chicago.
Yeah.
And them having a fucking FBI snitch being his right hand man and him never knowing it. The nigga drugged him, left, they took him home, he fell asleep. The police raided his crib, shot him in his head twice.
And that's crazy right there. That's
and it's in FBI. It's in public records. All this shit we talking about. So I know y'all niggas talking about there ain't no conspiracies and this, that, and the next. But nigga, it's some real shit that there's proof. I ain't saying it's a conspiracy, but I am saying that when a nigga has a message that the black community gets,
it's always
that's the
off.
threat.
Yeah.
That's what I think the problem was.
It could be a possibility.
I mean, I agree with that too. I agree. You know, he was able to talk to a lot of different people because he was so intelligent, you know, and that is threatening. And it's, I guess I don't even really think about it because every time I do think about it, all I can say is that is so fucked up. Like the fact that he was going to meet up with LAPD, he had his meeting with Rock Nation, like everything, his life, like that is so fucked up. And at 33, my nigga.
Literally.
Yeah. Oh my God.
To see,
seriously.
It's like he was a real hustler,
Really?
man. Like, you know, he was just taking things step by step. He got 2 blocks, 3 blocks, kept doubling up. You know,
the nigga just bought that whole, like you said, bought that whole block. Like,
open the marathon. Like, you know, like it just goes to show you, like when you doing great things, there's always a motherfucker out there that don't want to have you have it.
But I ain't putting nothing past nobody. That's how I feel.
So, do you believe he really had an EBT card with an 800,000 on it? And who's releasing this information?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm too much invested into it, but I will say this: when it first did happen, niggas reported it on scene first, and niggas thought it was bullshit. Niggas knew Nip got shot. Me personally, I probably knew like an hour and a half before it started booming on Twitter.
Well, okay, let me ask you about that.
Twitter had it first.
Well, my sister said this girl posted, she said, what's the Nipsey news? And she said she didn't really see nothing after too much. And she said maybe 15, 20 minutes. That's when people started posting. Because she said she's seen the tweet and no one else didn't really say anything. And she's out in Cali. So she didn't see no one else on her timeline. So she's like, oh, it's just maybe some bullshit or something like that. She said 15 minutes later, video started circulating.
Yeah, man. Like, I didn't want to believe it. It just didn't sound right.
I mean,
like,
you gotta think the amount of niggas that is just going to the store, period. Just
that's true.
Being
right it's real, just out in the open.
It's a staple in the community, shit like that. So,
oh yeah.
Like I said, man, I don't put nothing past nobody, man. But rest in peace to Nip, man. I hope you get justice, man, for your family, for your loved ones.
Straight up, his streams went up crazy.
Yeah.
What 27 something?
They should have.
Hey, you know what makes...
He has so much music. You can listen to Nip for hours.
And his legacy is so much different from Tupac because he's really an L.A. nigga.
Yeah.
Born and raised.
Yeah.
Tupac, he was a voice of the people. But Nip is probably a different connection because when you know somebody from your own backyard that really made it, even in Snoop's type, you know, all of them, the Gang, Nip
all
there.
that,
California niggas
Hell
from the
yeah.
2010s now. Nip.
Yeah.
Yeah, listening to him, like, man, the very first video I seen was Hustle in the House in 2009. And right there, when I seen this video, I wasn't a big fan of a lot of West Coast music back then. But when I heard him, he gave me a different flavor in my ear. Like, he was that dude. Like, yo, whoever this dude is, he's tight. I didn't know how to pronounce his name at first. I was like, Nipsey Hussle, Nasty. I don't know who the fuck this dude is. I'm talking to a boy, somebody at the bus stop at the time, and he like, oh, you talking about Nipsey Hussle? I'm like, yeah, whoever that cat is cool. You know what I'm saying? And I started listening to him ever since.
My first time hearing them was, I think, on a YG400 mixtape.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know which one. I think it was Just Read Up or something like that. Read Up, something. One of YG's early.
Oh, yeah.
2010.
Tooted
like
and
Tooted
Booted
and Booted
type
days.
shit. Yeah, Tooted and Booted days.
YG mixtape.
Yeah.
That was my first time hearing it. And I looked him up like, okay.
Like, yeah, this dude is cool. Like,
he had the marathon
But
out
he
there.
even had, I remember he used to rap, like Burgundy, Burgundy Brick Squad or Burgundy Ice Burgundy. There's a couple rappers Nipsey had because the nigga I was dating at during that time, like I bought that nigga a Crenshaw shirt for Christmas. Like that nigga used to hella listen to Nipsey, so I totally remember that. I think it was like YG.
Yeah.
DJ Mustard,
and you got
Dom Kennedy. He was on a tour with Currency.
Dom Kennedy. Yeah, he had a lot of features. Like he's worked with pretty much everybody now, right? Man. Pretty much, yeah. He's worked with Drake.
But we're also West Coast. I think he wasn't super popping like East Coast. Now he's international.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's definitely in his own little lane. Like I just like the way he was just going, and then he dropped Victory Lap. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not say it's a bad thing he got out.
And he stayed true to who he was.
100%.
Yeah.
He stayed true to who he was.
I think he only has a marketing deal with the record label that he signed with. They don't own none of his masters.
That nigga own everything. So go support his family.
So real shit, can our next conversation be about, like, I want to really ask these rappers why these niggas want to sign a deal so much. And you see niggas like Nip.
That got it out the mud.
And you see niggas like
Chance the Rapper.
Well, not all niggas is patient. That's a virtue. You got to be patient. And a lot of niggas ain't.
Bruh.
Because Nipsey been in the game. Said 2009, 2010 is 9 years later. That nigga's been working.
But you know what?
He been working. The marathon continues.
He got his own fan base. He secured his fan base.
Mm-hmm.
He got a whole thing, bro. What you looking for if you're trying to build a brand? Mm-hmm. His brand. Marathon.
All money in. Yeah.
Then it's record label, all money in. Hey, but that's the thing. Being a businessman, why be anxious for them niggas that own your shit?
And that was the other thing that I was going to mention. So let's say the altercation that took place was like over some business shit. My perception in that, if he got embarrassed or was jealous or something like that, that's why you can't do business with all niggas, especially hood niggas. Niggas be trying to do hood business, and I cannot fuck with it at all. Like I've been in business matters for a very long time where I work with corporates. I work with like a home office, and then I also work with like everyday people because I'm in customer service. Mm-hmm. And when back in high school, one thing about me is like I wanted to do like litigation, like I wanted to do contract law. So when doing business with niggas and they fuck us some money or some shit go away that they don't necessarily think it don't go, when really you just trying to help them and explain them like it may not necessarily go the way you want to, but this is really the real way it is. You gonna come back and pop the nigga?
But you know what? We'll never know. We will know the story because there is plenty of motherfuckers there to know what happened. So we gonna
know the story.
He popped two other niggas I thought in the process.
Yeah, he Pac-Man, right?
And I'm not sure anymore. I don't know who he popped. I thought it was Pac-Man. Pac-Man good, apparently.
Okay. Shout out to Pac-Man.
Somebody was right in the same area, so somebody knows exactly what went down. Hopefully this full story come out.
Right. They saying they already killed some of his family members, too. It's close people.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, I
don't wish death on nobody, but I wouldn't doubt it. You know, that's karma, and you have to be held accountable for your actions, and sometimes you gotta take everything that come along with it. And dumbass or whatever the fuck was going on, whether you were hired by the Illuminati or if you were jealous or you just stupid as fuck. Like allegedly, what the police found him, he checked himself into a mental hospital. I don't know if that's true, but I heard that allegedly he had checked himself. That's how the police found him. And that's some bullshit because the nigga ain't insane. He's just dumb and stupid as fuck.
My thing is, how the fuck he get 2 days to run off?
Yeah, and then they got the camera.
If you ask me, it's too
Why would you stay in California? It's just...
Yeah, like, when you really think about that, like,
nigga, you could have been out. Country? You could have been in Vegas or
somewhere.
To DC in 2 days, bro.
Like, damn.
Nigga,
Like this dude.
if
Yeah,
I'm
y'all notice.
somebody,
Yeah,
a celebrity, I'm hitting a way. Nigga, I'm gone.
I'm out.
y'all seen the pictures though? Like how he had like a haircut inside the police vehicle, and then when he was on trial, the nigga had a full head of hair.
Is
like,
he already on trial?
I believe so, ain't he?
No, there's no way.
No?
There's no fucking
No,
way.
he
I don't
ain't
know.
on trial.
I don't know.
He ain't. They just had
To be
like,
completely
a hearing,
honest, never mind.
read him his rights, told him the charges against him. He said he's pleading not guilty
He's playing not guilty to what?
to
The
first
murder.
degree murder of intent. It's a couple other charges. I had it.
He's
pulled up on the article.
pleading not guilty.
You fuck nigga, man.
Like man,
They,
you got
is the
caught.
death chair? I mean, they got death row in California? Can you get
They
electrocuted?
still do. They did Tukey,
For
remember?
Mm-hmm.
2005.
Yeah, they need to get that
remember
nigga
I
the
was in high
electric
school.
chair. The
They
fuck
made us
you
watch it.
mean you're not
Y'all
guilty?
remember that too, Tukey William,
But
Stanley.
man,
And the attorney
streets
that's
gonna
taking
get,
their
streets is watching though.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Streets is watching.
I mean, let's talk. The public opinion is different than what happens, like in the legal.
hood opinion, but
Mm-hmm.
hood opinion. Streets is watching.
Well, his family and shit like that.
That nigga is,
But that nigga-
is not
yeah.
safe anyway. He gonna get clipped.
Yeah.
They're not
He
gonna
go-
put him in.
He's finna go FBI. Disappear.
Yeah, that
He
much
ain't got
love.
no choice.
That
This
the
is
city
a
has for
national
Nip.
snore. I'm over here fucking up my words.
Man, I've
This is
been
a
fucking
national
up all
story.
day.
Man.
Sorry, I'm high
Hey.
and a little tipsy. I've been swimming and shit.
This is a
Oh,
national
man.
story though.
I'm
so
completely sober. It's crazy about
man,
that, man.
like I said,
He has some great music,
he ain't
man.
safe though. Wherever that nigga go, hopefully the feds don't fund this fuck ass nigga to disappear or nothing like that. That would be
Yeah.
some bullshit.
He definitely need to
Hope the
be,
nigga get cut.
he need
Slice.
to get it. Yeah, definitely.
Fuck it, I don't care, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay,
For real.
what's next, Ange? What we doing, girl?
So fucked up.
You just over there thinking about
Yeah.
it.
Man,
Hey, this
just
fucking
knowing how
show is
fucked
dedicated
up
to
it
Nip,
is.
man. Real
For
shit.
real, man.
Neighborhood
R.I.P. It's
Nip.
fucked up.
Like, I hope this really encourages everyone to really be on some
Different
Yeah,
things.
like take
business
something from
ownership,
it. I see so many different
self-
people posting, like saying different things, like just posting different things about Nip's death, and everyone mourns and grieves, and you didn't have to necessarily know him
Right.
personally or whatever the case to be sad and to have some sort of human emotion.
But in a sense, we do. Look, check this out. I hate when people say you don't feel like this nigga then gave us his fucking life over records. Literally,
Mm-hmm.
I know all the niggas. Homies.
A lot of people are
Adam,
inspired
Black Sam,
by that.
Copy Supreme,
Mm-hmm.
Bolt the Fats,
Yeah.
Jay Stone.
Boss Hog.
I know the nigga's whole family now. Just listening
Yeah,
to
just
his
listening
music.
to his music.
So I
yeah.
mean, you can say he.
Well, no,
He
I'm
telling you
saying
about
that's
how he
okay.
getting caught
I'm
up by
saying
in
I agree
girls
with
and
that.
shit. Like,
I
hate when
totally
a nigga
agree
feel
with
like
that.
Niggas can't express how they. Yeah, we know this.
Yeah,
nigga.
like,
We
yeah.
know this nigga.
I hope
music.
that people are sincere, and I hope people take a message from his passing and the fucked up, whether you believe he was hired or, you believe whatever it is that you believe, believe in what Nipsey believed in, like him wanting to move forward, and,
His
being
lyrics were
wiser
powerful,
and,
man, like-
being smart and investing back into the community and, prospering into whatever it is that you're supposed to be like,
Manifesting.
exactly, being grown and, being
Sexy.
good and
It's grown and sexy, ain't it?
Grown and sexy.
You gotta get your grown and sexy now.
excuse me.
You good? You
But
good?
I do
But go
hope
ahead.
that people really take something from it,
Yeah, and that's real shit.
and not, go back to the same bullshit. Like, don't
Yeah.
go back to the
Like-
ways where he was moving away from.
Like, if anything, we should look at this and say, like, yo, we got to do better. We all got to be better. Like, good people are dying. Like, let's keep the legacy going, basically.
Quit
You know?
hating, man.
Yeah, like when you see somebody
real ones
doing
are
good,
dying,
just
the fake
just
ones is
support
lit.
them, appreciate that person, and maybe it should inspire you. If anything, you shouldn't hate on somebody that's doing good in life. Get inspired by it.
Yo, shout out to
You know?
J. Cole for that performance too, man.
Shout out to J. Cole.
Oh, I didn't
almost
see
made
it.
me shed a
Cold
tear.
world. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did a little
tribute to him.
Tribute to
Yeah.
Played all his little interviews and his videos and shit. It was.
That was inspiring.
Almost shed a real nigga tear. Hey, if you almost shed a real nigga tear too, let a nigga know, man. Cause goddamn, Cole.
Yeah.
Hey, but that's real shit, man. You ain't sometimes just knowing their music. Like I don't know J. Cole, but if J. Cole passed, I feel
some type of way too. Yeah, because he's sending out.
So
a
what
good
about
message.
Kodak?
Kodak. Oh, so what he said was pretty out of line with that. Like that was to
I
me.
heard the whole thing. Go ahead, Mark,
It just I mean, just hearing something like that over after somebody passing, just to me, it don't sit well with me. Like,
it's tasteful.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I feel like, I don't know, if he was feeling like that.
He's
maybe,
out of pocket.
Yeah, like
He's
maybe keep
strictly out of
something like
pocket.
that to
He's
yourself,
disrespectful.
not say it to the
Yeah.
public. Because now what's going on is his music now, a lot of people are shutting him out. Like there's radio stations talking about they don't want to play his music anymore.
They don't want to play who?
Kodak Black.
For real?
Yeah, because of the
LA
stuff that he was
said
saying.
they
Yeah.
ain't fucking with Kodak Black.
Damn.
Don't you
Yeah.
disrespect the king of LA, nigga.
Damn.
Yeah, that was
you fucking
pretty
up
out
your
of line.
money being reckless.
Being young, it ain't.
You know.
Being reckless.
No. All I'm saying is just something like that, a comment like that. Like I don't think he really thought about what the reaction was going to be
That
from the
nigga
crowd.
thought about it. He knew.
Well, that's the thing. Like some people don't, but from now the way he's responding back to the backlash he's been getting, he's acting like, yo, I didn't know these people was going to respond to this. You know.
So let me say this: Kodak, dumbass, always want to be on live, and that's where he be fucking at. Because the nigga want to put.
Oh,
the
isn't
public,
that how he went to jail?
Yes, nigga want to put the fucking public in his business.
Yeah,
bro.
like
That's
you know,
fucking young niggas problem.
yeah. When you
man.
on camera, you
Y'all
got to
don't
pay
know how
attention to what
keep
you're
your
saying.
fucking money.
Yeah,
You gotta be
Safe
private.
And shut the fuck up about it and get to it.
Yeah.
You niggas don't know how to go do your fucking vigilante evil business and not fucking be on Snapchat. It's a generation full of 6ix9ine and Kodak guys.
Exactly.
Man.
Like I was
Damn, I didn't even think about it like that.
1995.
and up. Yeah.
96, 97, 98, fucking bird head ass babies. I'm tired of y'all
Look,
motherfuckers, man.
like if I learned
Fuck.
anything from Nip, I was watching his interview. I forget what show I was watching it from, and he said, "Would you rather be at peace with the world or at war with yourself, or would you rather be at peace with yourself and war with the world? You got to be true to yourself, you know." And maybe Kodak just wasn't. He was being at peace with himself, but he didn't know it'd disrupt the world the way he would see it. You know, so
like I said,
I
quit
mean,
going live. You
Yeah.
I
dumbass.
suppose, I really can believe that too. Maybe he didn't really know.
It's okay to say it in private. I ain't saying that it's okay at all, but if you say
Like,
it
if
in
you say it in
private,
private,
that
at
nigga
least
gotta
it's
be held
between
accountable for
and
his
your
actions.
homeboy. But if you on a public,
yeah,
For
like this, you got
this,
millions of
nigga,
followers.
you
You
might as well
know,
say you didn't kill somebody, dumb nigga.
yeah,
You know
like
what I'm
that's
saying?
real disrespectful.
You
You
know
know
you're
what I
gonna
mean?
get backlash for anything that come out your mouth publicly, bruh. So don't.
Right.
Oh, y'all niggas, this, bruh. You what? Man, take this nigga off Instagram, man.
Yeah,
Please,
and then
I
it's
ain't
crazy
tired of
because
this nigga.
other kids are following the dude like that, and they
And I fuck
gonna
with
think it's
Kodak.
okay.
I
Yeah,
feel his music,
yeah, like that last album he dropped.
but man,
That shit was dope.
I
But
know
then,
sometimes being a young
Kodak,
nigga-
something wrong with you, nigga. Something
Get
is
the
wrong with him.
First of all, them Florida niggas be smoking that bad weed. Get y'all
Yeah.
some real motherfucking West weed.
man.
First of all,
Kodak, you
Not
know,
to be like that, but Florida niggas is weird. I have family in Florida.
what part of Florida?
We ain't gonna talk about it because we
Oh,
on
okay.
live,
Yeah, we
not
are.
yet.
We gonna
hey,
keep that
no
on.
offense to Florida, man. We got a love for Florida.
Yeah, shout out to
I mean,
Florida.
fuck with
Shout
Miami.
Shout out to
Me
Florida.
too.
Fort Lauderdale.
But
all that.
goddamn, man, y'all really
Get
need
it
to
together.
get on your boy Kodak, man. Tell him
It's
get off
just-
the internet for
yeah.
a little bit, man. It's getting to his head, man.
Yeah, it's just a little
Young generation.
that
man.
comment, like, you know what I mean? Like, it just caught me off guard. Like something like with death, like people ain't supposed to just make jokes around it. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's just
Get
to
the
me.
fuck
like,
off the internet, nigga.
The reality of that, though, is just because you're going through, just because you're grieving, like, I think just being human, I should be empathetic, but not human. All humans are.
That's
You're
true.
going through it. It don't necessarily affect me.
But you know, he was on there like rest in peace, Nip.
Was he?
I ain't
Yeah.
mean nothing by it.
Matter of
Yeah.
fact, Nip
Oh,
gave
you
him a
gotta
shout
You
out
gotta
before
watch
he
the video.
passed.
That's why I
Yeah.
said more than anything, it's about him
Knowing the
just
content.
being on live, going live, and talking to his fucking millions of followers about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kodak, man, you don't think this word gonna get out to everybody, bro?
They
Yeah.
they
See-
turned and twisted it up.
Yeah, and now
T.I.,
You
the
mad.
Game, all these people after
you mad, bro, because niggas is on your neck now because.
of what you did. You gotta take
Like
accountability.
I said, it's some young nigga shit, man. He
Yeah.
2021. That's what young niggas do nowadays. They,
Mm-hmm.
you know, they live for the clout. They live for the cat.
They do that thing, yeah. They just
And they say, let me do me. You know, nigga,
Yeah.
well, he is a weird nigga, man.
and the fact that he has all that money and clout,
Come on,
it's like
Kodak.
it's like he may have the mentality of you can't tell me nothing. You know?
He
Yeah,
got-
so some
that's a
people are
young
just
nigga
like that.
mentality.
That's a hard-headed person. You know what I mean? You gotta be teachable. Like, man, that's wrong. Like nobody out. Like a lot of adults are telling him that's wrong. Don't do that. But in his mind, he just think that's
y'all
okay.
niggas.
Whatever. Fuck y'all. You know? Yeah, that kind of mentality is not gonna get you nowhere. Like you gotta be teachable. You know what I'm saying? Like especially at his age.
Yeah, Kodak, get it together, bro. Get your life right, man. You keep talking about it in these goddamn songs, nigga. You ain't got no more chances with me, Kodak. I'm gonna let you know.
Straight up.
Niggas will be niggas.
You will, and I'm gonna spend my money where I'm gonna spend my money.
Speaking
Yeah.
of nigga shits, Saturday there was supposed to be a Nipsey tribute held at a local, I suppose local, store in the Aurora Mall called Notorious
Oh, that's right.
Lifestyle, and it was circulating the internet. It was from 2 to 5.
2 to 5.
And they were also in partnership with a restaurant as well. I got off of work early. I completely rearranged my entire schedule because I was like, you know, if they're going to specifically do a Nipsey tribute, you know, tributes were happening all over the nation. I'm like, you know, I'm gonna fuck with it. I'm gonna support it. Like the fact that it's in the Aurora Mall, I'm like, okay, you know, that's community based. And the restaurant that was supposed to be opened is Black owned. And so I was like, you know, I'm gonna go and fuck with it and support it.
Right.
A couple of different things. Alarm. Okay. I used to work at the Aurora Mall. I managed multiple different stores in the mall. So I'm
Right.
thinking in my head, especially with the past current events that's happened at the Aurora Mall, I'm like, did they really approve this shit? There's no way fucking hell Aurora Mall approved for a Nipsey tribute held in that mall. Not to be like that, but I'm just keeping it real. I'm like, okay. So,
All right.
excuse me. I go there. Police is deep out the motherfucking Aurora Mall.
Oh, you know it.
They
Yeah.
didn't have shit. Like, I kind of, in a sense, feel disrespected in a way to circulate like a tribute to someone's death and not properly have it well together. And then on top of that, too, the restaurant was closed. And I don't know. Someone then came back to me and said that they then circulated a post saying that they were going to cancel it. And I didn't see that. And the reason why I'm saying this is because we are live. But I'm going to say it's disappointing, you know, that they didn't have their shit together. Also going back to hood business, you need to properly plan, especially in a case of something like that. Because let's say if, you know, a lot of different people would have came. You know, Nipsey had fans from all different backgrounds. It's
true.
just a bad look.
Okay. All right.
So there goes my 2 cents for that. But I did hear the restaurant serves really good food from other store managers because then I went to go handle business like, well, fuck it since I whatever, you know. So I'm excited to eat there, but I was quite disappointed. And maybe that was a little bit more bitchy because I was hungry. I was expecting to eat.
That's cool, man. Just have your shit together.
Yeah,
If
you know,
something,
you entitled
man,
to your own
if
opinion.
I'm gonna come pull up and fuck with you, man. Make sure your shit together. Period. point
Seriously.
blank.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And that's real shit.
Especially-
If you ever see such.
Yeah, that's true. That's what it is.
What else
you
is
know.
on our agenda for tonight? Have we been talking for an hour already?
Damn near.
For real?
Hour will be 9:23.
God.
Oh, wow.
Or no,
Shout out
maybe
to my nigga
9:53.
Nick, man. That was
Already? That was it?
9:23.
I feel like we ain't touched bases on
Right, yeah.
Sorry, usually we're like a little bit more prepared, but today we were like, we wanted to talk about Nipsey,
Yeah,
and
we
usually
really
we
did.
talk
That was
about
a big
things
thing.
before we start, so we wanted to hold everything in.
I do got a couple other things. We did do a couple other topics, but they was really all tied into Nip. So the Kodak shit. Let's talk about
businesses.
some hometown shit, please. Can we?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to them Nuggets going to the playoffs.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Yeah, real
Tight.
shit. Number 2 seed.
Mm-hmm.
Got it locked up.
Oh, the Avalanche. There was just an Avalanche game.
Avalanche are in the playoffs.
Tight.
Mm-hmm.
The Rockies lost.
Oh, yeah, they played the Dodgers, right?
Rockies
Yeah, but
lost.
opening day was cracking, so.
Opening day was definitely the jig.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't attended one,
I haven't.
look.
I'm
We
usually
advise
working.
that
Got
you
down
do.
there. A couple of my peoples was down there doing a little tailgate type shindig in the parking lot, and I think that might be the greatest fucking idea since sliced bread. So next year it's gonna be Saturday. Hopefully, opening day is gonna be a
That would
Friday
be
or a
dope.
Saturday.
Yeah.
I have
I
to
wanna
request
do
it
that.
off. Okay.
Friday, Saturday.
Let's go
We there.
tailgate that motherfucker out.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been tailgating.
What?
Honestly, me neither.
What?
To keep it 100 with
Yes.
you, yeah.
Okay, I gotta
Yeah.
take my 2 goddamn friends tailgate.
Let's do it, man.
Shout out to
Yeah.
the Catchin Up Podcast. We're gonna go do that then. Let's do that.
Yes, sir.
That's for next year though, so we could just gonna have to make it a whole little
Yeah, we could do
group
that.
thing,
Yeah.
do the podcast right on set.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that
Grab
would be
your
so
little
cool.
Dodgers.
Ooh,
Yeah.
have
I'm
niggas
excited
come
to
pull
see
up
that.
on us, have guests come talk on set.
Mhm.
That'd be
That'd be
oh,
dope.
That would be dope.
Like,
Hell yeah,
what's
that would
up,
be
man?
dope
You
as hell,
down here
yeah.
at the goddamn opening
Y'all
day,
stay
bro?
tuned. Y'all
Oh my
stay
gosh, we're gonna
tuned.
do a lot of different things.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got some dope shit lined up for y'all. That was just some really creative content on the top of the head, but let's go do that. We'll do some real tailgating. Fuck it. Our viewers, y'all come check us out, man.
Check us out, y'all.
Y'all know y'all.
We
We know
gonna
y'all
bite.
niggas like Chick-fil-A sandwiches and shit. We might do a little
You're
order of Chick-fil-A sandwiches. You know what I'm saying? Get y'all niggas something to eat. Little burgers.
Don't
something.
forget your Rockies hats.
Bring your goddamn uniforms. You need to be rockied up. Okay. 'Cause
Shout
I'm a
out to
fan.
Denver, Colorado.
But yeah. Denver
what it
sports
is.
is looking good. What else is on our agenda? It's springtime's here.
Yeah.
What we talking? What we looking like for politics, man?
Hmm.
Anything new? The world is still.
I know, right?
frustrating. I really, let me be honest with y'all. I keep my eye on politics, but I try not to pay attention to it because it's too much about Trump, and I just want this nigga's time to be up. So
We got what, one more year?
No.
Yeah, so
Year and a
we're
half.
I'm gonna be heavy talking about updating your registration and getting your mail-in ballot because when you go to the ballot to vote, the amendments, you more than likely I'm like 87% sure when you guys go in there and vote when it comes to amendments, most of y'all don't know what the fuck you're voting on because when you read the question, you put yes, you probably really meant to put no.
Hold that. With that being said, Angie, let's do a segment where
But that's update your registration.
you are updating our viewers and our listeners on voter information, on what this amendment means, for our state laws.
All that.
You know what I'm saying? Who the fuck you voting for?
All
Okay.
What
that.
they bring to the table.
All
I
that.
think that's some great insight.
Yeah.
What you think, Mark?
I mean, shoot, man. For us, we all just got to participate in what's important. That's
No, real shit, because or we're going to have
Yeah.
another 4 years of Trump, and real shit, we
Yeah,
might can go
you know.
into, like, nuclear war, and the fucking
yeah,
world's
this
gonna
can be really
different and
bad.
shit.
So I think everybody should just get up in there and participate into possibly changing the U.S. for the better.
We starting this message right now. Look here, motherfuckers, go vote. Matter of fact, we're going to do something because something just popped in my head, but we'll talk about this after the show.
But go ahead, Angela. You trying to say something?
Well, I don't want to keep on switching subjects.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, do whatever. We here. Yeah.
Jesse Smollett.
Oh. I
So
forgot
much
about
shit has
him.
happened.
For the past
Jesse
2019 has been pretty crazy.
You right in the cut section with fucking Kodak. Who else?
Damn, a whole bunch
Who
of
else is cut?
dumbass niggas.
Man.
Stacey Dash is cut.
Oh yeah, she's.
All y'all niggas is in the same motherfucking cut fence. Stacey, Jesse, and Kodak.
What y'all think about Future's comment about
Future? You inching the
What
fucking
happened?
line, nigga.
So if you don't know, Future was saying he was basically the Atlanta Nipsey Hussle.
like, get your motherfucking ass up out of here, nigga.
Yeah, and you know, just
That
me.
nigga was talking about doing
lean, drugs, and you know, like for me, I'm a fan of Future's music. I'm not gonna lie, like I don't have some of his albums, but you know, like making that kind of comment, it was like they're in two different lanes. So I just, you know,
It
they didn't do that for me. Yeah.
You were Atlanta's Nipsey.
Definitely not.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, when he said that, I just kind of looked at
I was gonna say you were Atlanta's Migos, but Migos is from Atlanta.
all right,
too,
yeah, Atlanta,
so.
yeah. You know,
Yeah.
how about Floyd Mayweather? Is he cut too?
Huh?
Floyd Mayweather?
No, Floyd been cut too.
Why? Because of him wearing like all that Gucci shit and shit.
Floyd
Why
was
would he be cut? Why?
Yeah.
Why is Floyd
Actually,
cut?
I don't know why Floyd
I
cut,
mean, I don't know. Like Floyd, you know, he makes his money, he does his thing. I just don't see the help in the community. Just me, I don't really see that.
I don't know
like,
what the man did.
Yeah, I don't know either. So I can't really.
Hold on, skirt. I'm sorry. I'm high. Everyone, I'm high as fuck. But repeat that?
So Floyd Mayweather rocking Gucci, not really like giving things to our community like the way Nip did, or putting everybody else on game. Like, you know, like his way of doing things is just solely just for himself.
But Floyd Mayweather is Floyd Mayweather. He's not Nipsey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why, you know,
why,
he's,
you know,
he's not really like he's in his own little
He cool,
lane,
but,
you know.
He ain't no Floyd's not a celebrated icon, not in my opinion.
Yeah, I
He
don't
cool.
think so either.
He's not the boxer we celebrate though. Niggas ain't out here like, you know, yeah, Floyd.
I mean, Floyd
Niggas
Mayweather.
is like, Floyd is cool.
I mean, Floyd is Floyd. He's undefeated. He's a hard ass boxer. I'm not gonna take that from him, but he is who he is. Nipsey is who he is. It's two different type of niggas. And if any nigga was to come out and be like, if Future said I'm the Nipsey of Atlanta, I feel like that statement's whack any fucking way.
That's Future.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I don't want to cry in the Benz. I mean, I don't want to cry in the Toyota. I'm gonna cry in the Benz looking ass.
Man.
I believe that too, cause shit, I'm gonna go cry in my goddamn Benz too.
Mm-hmm.
What else?
Uh-oh,
What
sound
else
like you got something on your mind.
Never mind. Okay, yeah, no. Oh my gosh, so much shit has happened. But Cardi B's live statements.
Oh, about drugging dudes and robbing them. I mean,
I really want to do like a whole.
Let's say that for next week.
Okay,
It's
a
still
whole.
hot.
yeah.
You know, we can warm it up in the microwave a little bit.
Double standard. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, you guys. Anything else?
No, man.
No,
Thank
not
our
really. I
viewers.
think that's everything that we had today.
I know things are fucking with us. Like
shit.
I apologize about being melancholy, but we definitely had to like talk about the whole Nipsey Hussle, his passing and so forth like that.
Y'all here, man. Give me your favorite song.
Victory Lap. It would be Real Big. That's just me though. I don't know about y'all.
Man, just give me your song.
Hold up because I got a
I'm right
few.
now. Hey, rest in peace to Nip, man. God damn. That shit crazy. But yep.
Late nights, early mornings.
Y'all have a good night. Go ahead and run
That's
that,
my
man. We're gonna
shit.
run some Nips before we get up out of here. Go ahead, y'all run your favorite night.
It's my boom.
Oh.
Well,
All right, let's wrap it up. Sorry. Let me call you right back, okay?
y'all stay blessed, man. Thank y'all for y'all time. Never say never go high.
Straight up.